Nice coat. Thanks.
Now, one of the greatest superheroes of our generation is none other than the Caped Crusader of Batman. In a world where it seems that Marvel is the leading force of the comic book franchise, it's nice to see that DC are going back to its dark roots and are capturing our attention once again. Now, marketing is one of those concepts that seems to be a bit controversial these days, but it's one of those essential skills that you need to know, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or a corporate worker. You need to know how to communicate your thoughts and ideas across to people effectively. Otherwise, the only person that is going to be listening to you is your poor old mother. You don't want to have this feeling of just being constantly ignored by people. And each and every time you try to pitch a product to a group of clients or an idea to your colleagues, you are just made to feel like a piece of shit. But don't worry, because in this video, what I'm here to do is to help teach you on how to communicate your ideas more effectively. And with a little help from the Dark Knight himself, you are going to be able to become that genius marketer. And maybe one day be able to do some badass shit like this.
Bruce, this is Harvey Dent.
The famous Bruce Wayne. Rachel's told me everything about you.
I certainly hope not. So let's put a couple tables together.
I'm not sure that they'll let us.
Oh, they should. I own the place.
So if you want to be able to pull off this kind of stunt, then make sure you stick around to watch this video. This is Aaron, this is the Golden Knowledge, and this is why Batman is a genius marketer.
Man had a gun.
Would that stop you?
I've had training.
The training is nothing. The will is everything.
The will to act.
Now, just to clarify, the Batman that I will be referring to in this video is the Christian Bale Batman from The Dark Knight. But if you want me to also break down any other Batmans, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that like button to let me know to continue the series. Now, when I mention the word marketing, I know for a fact that the first thing that probably comes into your head is one of those sleazy YouTube or Instagram ads of people trying to sell you a get rich quick scheme. Now, yes, this is a form of marketing, but it's not reflecting the true essence of what marketing actually is. Marketing is not just about simply selling something. Marketing is the process of getting people interested into something. It's all about how effectively you can get your ideas and messages across to someone. I mean, we see this with companies, politicians, and even charities. And whether you realize it or not, just like them, you are a marketer. The idea behind this is that every day you are subconsciously trying to get people interested in you. Interested in you, your ideas, and what you can offer. And without you having the ability to communicate your message across clearly, then you will always find yourself being chucked to the bottom of the pile. If you're not able to effectively communicate your branding and business message across effectively, then don't expect any customers to be waiting around the block for you. So the key question to ask here is, how am I able to stand out from the crowd? And what can I do in order to communicate my ideas across effectively? Well, this is where the genius of Batman and Bruce Wayne comes into play. And this is the strategy that Batman uses in order to communicate his ideas and messages that makes an enormous impact across the city of Gotham. By using the 37th law of power. Create compelling spectacles. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to symbols. Stage spectacles for those around you. Then, full of arresting visuals and radiant symbols that heighten your presence. And this is the exact strategy that Batman uses to become the world famous icon that we all know and love.
Master Wayne, you've been gone a long time.
Yes, I have.
You look very fashionable. Apart from the bat.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't do that as Bruce Wayne. As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible. I can be everlasting.
What symbol?
Something elemental, something terrifying.
As we can see in Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne goes on a journey to understand the way of the criminal mind. And he becomes aware that his ultimate purpose in life is to tackle crime and corruption and bring a strong sense of hope to the city of Gotham. He wants to communicate the message of fear to the criminals and a message of hope to the people. But what he realizes is that this war is not going to be straightforward. His ideas wouldn't be communicated as strongly as him being just one man making speeches. But this is where the concept of becoming a symbol comes into play. If Bruce just simply used words to plead his case against the war on crime, it would be a very risky business. Words are dangerous instruments and often go astray. The image, on the other hand, imposes itself as a given. It discourages question, it creates forceful associations, resists unintended interpretations, it communicates instantly, and forges bonds that transcend social differences. This is what Bruce refers to when making his point of becoming a symbol rather than just a man.
When you started, why the mask?
Protect the people closest to me.
Yeah, but you were a loner, right? You didn't have any family?
There are always people you care about. You just don't realize how much until they're gone. The idea was to be a symbol. Batman could be anybody. That was the point.
It was damn good to see him back.
Symbols, however, bring people together. They are quintessential instruments of power. Think of how religions bring people together. Rather than the scriptures and words of a religion, people, rather naturally, attach themselves to the symbol of the religion. A symbol that communicates clearly what they believe in. Exactly like brand loyalty. Apple is a company that symbolizes innovation. And they communicate this messaging all across their marketing. And that's why Apple have this cult-like following. It's not just based on what the company does, but what they stand for and why they do it. And the symbol represents that. What Bruce believes is that a strong symbol of something, rather than the simple words alone, holds 10 times more the weight when it comes to communicating a message clearly. The question that was asked was, what would inspire the people of Gotham more? The simple words of hope, or a strong symbol of hope? This is exactly what Bruce creates. He doesn't just create the Batman, he creates a symbol of hope for the people to attach to and believe in. And a symbol of fear and reckoning for his enemies.
Light it up.
Impossible. Keep her close. He'll come for her.
The symbol has the same force, whether it is visual or a verbal description of something visual. The idea is to give yourself an aura and stature that your normal appearance will not create. Now, I'm not telling you to become the Batman, but what I'm telling you is to associate and implement the use of symbols more into your life. By himself, Bruce Wayne had no such radiant powers. He was just a normal human being. But the symbol of the Batman elevated him above the human level. A symbol is greater than just one man. A symbol, exactly like what Bruce Wayne says, is everlasting. This is a strategy that you need to adopt if you want to be able to market and communicate your messages more clearly. The idea of incorporating images and symbols into your life and business.
Why bats, Master Wayne?
Bats frighten me. This time my enemies shared my dread.
The first step in using symbols and images is to understand the importance of the appearance of things. Never neglect the way you arrange things visually. Factors like colour, for example, have enormous symbolic resonance because the visual contains great emotional power. So when you are trying to pitch an idea or product, don't be afraid to invest into some good images and graphics. Don't be afraid to hire a professional designer, because images and symbols, especially ones that cry with emotion, tend to hold more weight than pure words alone, as long as it fits into the context of your message. The logo and branding of the Batman reflects his style and messaging perfectly. It's a symbol of fear for criminals, but a symbol of hope for the people. So when you're attaching yourself or creating your own symbols, ensure that you take this into account. The image and symbols that you incorporate must mean something. And the more emotion you can attach to it, the easier it will be to communicate your message across more effectively. But the bigger concept that I want to highlight is that the symbols and images that you describe to communicate your message must come across clear and easy to understand. don't overcomplicate it. Because when we see the logo of the Batman, we know what it means, we know what it stands for. The same with Apple, the same with Tesla. This is why I'm stressing the importance of finding and associating yourself with images and symbols that will communicate your message in a more compelling way than just words alone. Do this and you will have untold power. Batman's symbolism was so powerful because it was something that was never seen before. The new image clearly demonstrated Batman's idea and vision for Gotham. The best way to use images and symbols is to organize them into a grand spectacle that cries emotion and awes people and distracts them from the unpleasant realities. By creating and using the symbol of the Batman was a much more powerful way to communicate and market Bruce's message of inspiring hope. And as we can see at the finale of the Dark Knight trilogy, Bruce ultimately achieves his goal of inspiring hope to the people of Gotham, where he no longer has to be Batman anymore. The symbol of Batman was all it took to inspire other courageous people to stand up against what was thought to be an impossible task. The Batman did what he set out to do. He inspired hope.
Injustice. I mean, no one's ever gonna know who saved an entire city.
They know. It was the Batman.
Us human beings practically love things that are much grander, more spectacular, and larger than life. So you need to use that to your advantage by relying more on symbols and images to articulate your points than just pure words alone. Appeal to people's emotions and they will flock to your spectacle. The visual is the easiest route to people's hearts. It's just a very simple but effective way that will allow you to communicate your messages more effectively and help you get more people to listen to you. And that is how to communicate and market your ideas more effectively. And that is why Batman is a genius marketer. By using the strategy of creating symbols that cry emotion. Go out and use this strategy and watch you start to accumulate that much more power in your life. Now, if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment below on what your thoughts and feelings are about Batman. Do you agree with the idea that he was a genius marketer? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and to all our loyal subscribers, we are glad you are here. We aim to produce at least one high quality animated video per week, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any golden knowledge. I'll see you soon.